Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Walking in Her Shoes with my beautiful co-host, Makira. How are you today?
I'm very well today. How about yourself, Doctor?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. I am excited today about our topic because we're continuing to read through the Queen V, and we're getting some great feedback about it. Women are actually really getting educated and interested in the topics that we bring in these chapters. So I
Mhm.
appreciate you, and let's get going.
Awesome. Well, Doc, I thought we would stay in our chapter 3 today because as I was moving forward, reading forward, I was like, whoa, this is some good information. She begins to move outside of the actual act of sex and begin to talk about what she calls the vitamin S, not vitamins, but vitamin S. And she highlights this as, have you had your vitamin S today? And these vitamins are essential needs in a relationship, whether it be communication, rather. So basically, identifying those love languages that we all thrive off of when it comes to building our healthy relationships with our significant others.
I love that the healthy relationships because we see a lot of unhealthy relationships being portrayed on TV and such, and so to have a roadmap, if you will, to what a healthy relationship looks like, I think that brings a lot of value.
Right. And I think importantly here is not just recognizing, it has nothing to do with recognizing well, it has a lot to do with our partners do to show us their love for us or their desire for us, but it holds us accountable for being able to identify what we need in order to feel like we're fulfilled within that relationship with that
Mm,
significant other.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In this
Okay.
paragraph, she says that she fits into a few categories of things that every woman needs to feel loved and passionate in her relationship. And she calls them the 4 S's.
Okay.
So, like Steve Harvey had the 3 P's, she identifies them as the 4 S's.
Mm, okay. Well,
All
let's hear
right.
about these four S's.
Okay. So, I'm going to go into first S, which is to say it. She wants us to be able to identify whether or not this is one of our vitamins that we require. Do we need to hear our partners say it? This means, does your partner look at you in your eyes and say, baby, I love you? I need you? Does he take you to meet his friends and family? How is he introducing you to those individuals who are important to him in his life? Does he roll over in bed and look at you and your hair is all a mess and be like, you are so gorgeous. You're just beautiful, baby. You're just a beautiful woman. Does he give you those affirmations? Um, and she then begins to say, if your partner not saying it, your queen V isn't hearing it, so she can't respond. So basically, that verbal communication is something that encourages our queen V to get all excited and respond to him in the way that
Mm-hmm.
he feel need, that appropriate response that he looking for, you know. So she ends that off in saying, if you're starting to get uncomfortable realizing that you're sleeping with someone who hasn't given you a title or simply paid you a nicety in darn near a month, don't get upset. Rejection is oftentimes for our protection. You can work through issues by asking for what you need. But if you have to force a relationship, it's not supposed to be. So, in other words, you need to know what it is that you need to know how hearing that impacts you, not just for your heart or your mind, but for the organic attraction that you have with that individual that you are in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is
That's
very,
good.
very important.
It definitely is. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So the second S is safety.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a big one for me because I like to say this a lot, that I am not a damsel in distress. Don't think that just because I am And a hard space means that I want somebody to come save me from it all the time, right?
Oh,
So don't
yes.
see me as though I'm a damsel in distress. However, at the same time, I do need to know that my man is able to protect me and help care for me and take care of the things that I need to have taken care of.
Absolutely. This is good
So
stuff.
she, yes. So she says that some shows of safety are about what your partner is willing to do for you. Others are about what they're willing to say about you. Ask yourself if your partner stands up for you when someone says something negative about you, whether it's their mother, their best friend, or a clerk at the store giving you an extra dose of attitude. A partner who truly cares for you will protect you from insults, injury, and inconveniences of all kinds. And your queen uses it all. I
Mm,
think that has some truth to it as well. We
yeah.
like to know that, our partner is there to protect you, not just, and again, I think this speaks to our heart and it speaks to our mind as well. So when we know that our boo got our back, we like, oh, we're gonna give it to the boo today.
You
Boo
know,
go.
I'll
Right?
chime in on that because that is so true because it does start in your mind. It's like when he's taking care of everything around you, he just becomes so sexy.
Right, right. You get up and you get in the car. You got in your car the other day and the car was on E, right? Dang on near close to E. And you get up the
Right.
next day and your car is on full. You like, they got my back.
Yes. It give you, you know what, and they don't understand that that gives you those little things like that gives you that extra pep in your step. It helps you to go that
Yes,
extra mile. It actually, how they say you come into the office or you come somewhere and you just got that little extra glow about yourself. And it's not
exactly.
always about sex. It's about those little things that lead up to that. That's absolutely
Exactly.
true.
It's those
Yes.
little things. And I think that's a great way to describe it, Dr. Liz. It's the little things that lead up to it. Because those little things are the things that get us all nice and warm and tingling inside, right?
See, and then I wish our podcast would reach more men's ears because then they would understand. They would really understand us. And it's about that communication between the two. And it's about,
Mhm.
and I always say, it's that beautiful dance. It's that
Yes.
beautiful dance. And people just try to rush. And that's the whole thing. It's the slow down part. It's like the waves in the ocean, and I'm getting all
Right.
romantic here and everything, but it's the waves in the ocean. It's that, and then it just
It's
soothes.
that give and that take that comes with it. That's
Absolutely.
important. Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And these are the little things that we're talking about that add up to those big things.
Big
So it's like
things.
when you have those little things under control and you are, pouring in and you're really taking care of the needs of your partner and you're being present, even in the little things. So when those big
Mhm.
major things come up, you all know you got each other. And that's that
Right.
safety that you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what that safety means is that, with all the little things, with the gestures that my partner does for me on a continual basis, I know that my partner has my back. I know my babe has my back. And that's
Absolutely.
exactly, even in the communication, when your communication matches with the safety, it's saying, I know my partner, my babe, my ace, my one, they got my back. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm saying.
And it's
Exactly.
consistent. It's consistently. It's
Right.
consistently having you. It's consistently you
Exactly.
showing that to your partner. And that's what people say
Right.
about building trust and about, that's where it comes from. And it
Yes, it
seems
is.
like what we're saying and we're saying is so like it's so simple, but people have such a hard time with grasping these little points that make for a
Mhm,
successful, healthy relationship.
mhm. But okay, so let's not run off too much.
Okay, because we'll get
Let's not run
right
too
there.
much. So the
Okay.
third F is financial security.
Hmm.
Yes. She talks about worrying all about herself about whether or not you can afford to go on vacation this summer, how you're going to make the next car payment, or what would happen if you get fired tomorrow. It's nice to know that your partner is there to at least be able to support you. A lot of times I hear men saying, well, a woman just want to make sure that I'm making that I'm making a good amount of money. Not necessarily, it may be where some women may be required that their man is making more money than them or their partner is making more money than them. But I think as I speak to more women, even when I'm meeting with women one on one and we're talking about relationships, I'm hearing more where can he just provide or can my partner provide for me so that I know that I don't have to worry about whether or not the bills are going to be able to get paid? Can I trust that he's going to be able to make responsible financial decisions so that I'm not concerned that if something was to happen to me, that he has it taken care of, that he can manage it, he can hold it down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She says if your partner doesn't know a 401k from a 529 plan, he or she can still express an interest in what's happening without having to do any heavy lifting. Just sitting down with you while you're working on the family bills or asking you how cash is flowing can make a difference. This can make you so moist, is what she says.
Absolutely.
Right.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. She said it all right there.
Not at all. You both need to understand the financial workings of your relationship. So absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
absolutely agree with that. And I
Yeah.
have a little kind of teaching about the eagle woman and how she, and that's one of my words, the eagle woman and how she chooses her mate. But I'm gonna wait until the fourth for us. And once we finish with
The
the
eagle,
fourth
like
one.
Eagle,
Yes.
the bird. Oh, I'm interested in hearing
Oh
that
yeah,
because
that's a good, it's a very good one.
that is a good one.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. So
I want to
so,
hear about that
so
one.
we gonna tease and we're gonna get that one after we get our fourth one in.
Okay, so the fourth S is a sacrificial. Goodness gracious.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Sacrificial, excuse
Okay.
me, sacrificial offering. And I'm gonna read this, all of it in its entirety. It's two small paragraphs. Early in my medical career, when I had to work late nights and then walk to the hospital's parking garage by myself, Curtis insisted that I call him to check in. Just wake me up and tell me you're leaving, he'd say. It would have been easier to sleep through the night, but he'd rather lose some rest to know that I was all right.
Mm.
What is your partner willing to give up for you? Would he sacrifice trying to get ahead at work so you two can have a date night or a weekend away from his corporate email? Would she tell her best friends she can't hang out because she needs time to catch up with you at home? Does he say nothing but good things about you when you go to visit his family, even though you had a fight in the car on the way there? The partner who will put you first, even if it means a pain point for them, is the ultimate. Do you hear me? That is a true test for love.
Oh, that is so
That one
good.
did something to me.
That is so good. I'm telling you, that did something to me too. This is all in
That did something.
alignment. This is
That did something to me.
you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
ooh, that's good.
Right.
That's so good. And people, and then you know what? And then I think it's healthy when you're able to listen to all of this and you're able to
Mhm.
actually immerse that into your relationship and actually walk that out, and then you
Right.
create that safe place for your partner. And then
Exactly.
and you're in tune. Because I think what happens is a lot of times we kind of walk through life just kind of letting things happen to us versus doing it with intention. This is
Mhm.
doing it with intention, making sure
Right.
that the other person is okay. Okay,
Exactly.
okay. So I'm bringing here
Exactly.
to tell you about the how the eagle, okay, how she chooses her mate. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So she picks up this branch that's her size, and she pulls it up and she flies up to the first branch, right? And she drops it down. And all of her suitors, they go after it, and the one that gets it, he brings it up to her. She grabs it and she goes up to the next higher branch and she throws that down. And the one that can go grab it and bring it back up to her, she does it again. She goes up to the tallest part of it. She drops it down. And the one that can bring it back up to her is the one that she chooses to mate with. And the reason for that, it's been said, is because if he can catch that branch and bring it back up to her, if she ever falls, he can catch her.
Oh
And that's the
wow.
test. And
Interesting.
that's the
That's the
test.
actual test of an eagle?
That's the actual test of an eagle. The other thing
Wow.
is that they say that they mate in the trees up high. I was taught at one point that they made it in the sky, but it's not. They made it in the trees up high. because they don't want it. They don't want to confuse themselves with chickens. They want to make sure that they're mating with another eagle.
Interesting.
Talking about the thought process behind all
Yes.
of that, and it's so natural and organic. If we could just
Eagles
think
are
that way.
very interesting creatures, period, how they
Absolutely.
live their lives. So that's
Yes.
interesting.
Isn't it? And ever since I've been taught that, and ever since I went to go study them, I said, man, if we could just live our lives by that. And it's so
Yeah.
simple, it's so organic, and it's like, here you
Mhm.
go. Prove yourself.
Right.
I'm about to drop this down. Prove yourself.
Prove yourself.
Prove yourself.
Mhm.
And they don't care. They don't mind. They prove themselves. So I thought that was just amazing.
And as women, we have really gotten away from allowing men to prove themselves. We have definitely gotten away from that, to the
Absolutely.
point where I'm not even sure if we even know what that would look like these days.
Wow.
Do we
But
know?
and that's one of the reasons, and I talked about this in a couple of the episodes about being on the Dear Future Wifey podcast. I myself went there to learn. And that's what we're being taught over there. In
Mhm.
that that's a whole community of teaching us how to maintain our own potency, so that when we do mate with our husband, we are giving him the pure essence of ourselves. And so that whole community of men, and what's so powerful about it is men that are actually taking the same, and nowadays in 2021, I'm telling you, it's like you're a foreign creature from outer space when you say, I'm at this age and now I'm going to maintain my abstinence because I want my purpose partner. I want to live intentionally. And I keep, if I keep doing the same thing that society is telling me to do with dating and 3 dates and it's time to boogie woogie is what I've been told. And I said, well, I guess I'm gonna need to go on a 4th date, because it's about getting to know that person and maintaining that friendship, getting to really know them without introducing sexual intimacy, without introducing and without creating that type of a soul tie, and really getting to know that person. And sometimes you'll
Mhm.
find out, well, you know what? The package was fine, but I don't like what's on the inside.
Right. Right.
But I think to know what that all looks like, because the stories haven't been passed down, and folks are starting to say, certain things that I think are just so crazy about dating and all of that. I
Mhm.
think that we have to get back to the old ways. We have to get back to that if our end result is to have, that type of a relationship,
Lasting
a healthy,
relationship.
lasting relationship. Yeah,
Right.
that's fulfilling in its entirety. So
Oh,
this has been a very, very fun conversation, and it's been very enlightening. So I really
I agree.
appreciate. Who is the doctor? What's her name again? I didn't write her name down.
Jackie Walters, Dr. Jackie Walters.
Jackie Walters. Yep, it's Jackie Walters. And it's
Yes.
the Queen V is what we're reading our way through. My beautiful co-host, I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for what you bring. You bring a power patch. Boom, here it is, y'all.
Nice, Doc. Nice. I appreciate you too. Definitely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So until next time, everybody, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this information with somebody else. This is a great sister girl conversation. Share it with somebody
Absolutely.
else. And until next time, make sure that you stay fearless. Oh, wait, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Share this with
That's right.
somebody else. Stay fearless.
Have a great one.
Bye for now.